Welcome. My name is Steve Lopez, product owner at Network Perception. This video will provide a high-level overview of using MPView Server to work with checkpoint configuration files. Once you have installed the MPView Server application, the first step in the process is to create a workspace. A workspace is one of the concepts we use to organize your data and devices. In this demonstration, I have already created a workspace named Checkpoint. Clicking on this workspace will direct you to the home view when you can see a high-level overview of your primary routing devices. In this example, I manually imported one set of configuration files from Checkpoint and also configured a Checkpoint connector to automatically retrieve another set of network configuration files. Based on the configuration files I imported, on the topology map, two firewalls are presented on our home view. Depending on your configuration files, you may see other routing devices such as firewalls, routers, and/or switches. Selecting any of these two firewalls will open an information panel on the left side of the screen that will provide you with an in-depth understanding of the health and connections associated with that routing device. From this menu, you can rename the routing device, assign a category, assign a criticality, and access additional tables of data that informs us more about that device. A risk assessment grade is assigned for each firewall based on the number of open risks and warnings and their associated criticality. The connectivity matrix shows all of the connections for the selected firewall and the IP rules for each connection. Risk and warnings show the active risks, warnings, and criticality. Access rules and object groups shows the rules or object groups for the selected device with the ability to compare two sets of rules or object groups and display the differences. This device has one configuration file available. However, if there are any updates, an additional file will be displayed and a comparison can be conducted from the screen. A summary of the number of a summary of number of routes and a table of interfaces are also displayed from this menu. To view additional information such as networks, hosts, VPN tunnels, or other assets that are hidden on the home view, you can right-click on a routing device and drill down to a more detailed view, or create a custom view by selecting multiple routing devices. Let's jump into a more detailed view of the network by clicking on Custom View 1, which is a custom view I created earlier. From the topology map, you can create custom visual groups called zones by selecting a group of nodes and creating the zone in the menu that appears. You can also auto-generate zones from the Manage Zones option on the main menu. These zones will be created based on the information contained within your imported configuration files and will help segment your network into trusted and untrusted zones. For example, I'm going to go ahead and delete the zone, return to the Manage Zones option, and auto-generate zones. Selecting one of these devices, such as this workstation, I can look at more details about how this network is routed and what communication paths are available from an end-to-end perspective. Clicking on inbound connectivity, filtering by service or IP, I can highlight the path the source object takes to get to its destination host, in this case, the workstation. Similar, clicking on outbound connectivity, filtering by service or destination IP, I can see that this workstation is connecting to these two networks through port 80. While on the same outbound connectivity menu, I can run a stepping stone analysis, and this lights up the map with different colors, red, orange, and yellow, so that you can see that from this device as a source, there are several devices that are directly connected in some way, and that there is a path through this firewall to this device. If that device were vulnerable to a ransomware or malware attack, it could take root and then pivot and infect across the other routers and firewalls. Every device that is highlighted in orange from there is one stepping stone away. And then it could pivot again and infect all of these other devices that are highlighted in yellow, and those mean that there are 2 or more stepping stones away. This penetration perspective can provide a view of how a malware ransomware attack may affect your network. MPView Server also offers powerful reporting features. To access these reports, go to the main menu and click on Summary Reports. These reports take the form of a simple workspace report, industry best practice report, or a detailed report on a specific compliance framework. All of these features in MPView Server help provide solutions to your networking system, produce record-keeping documents for compliance and audit purposes, and protect your mission-critical assets. Thank you for watching. For additional information, please visit our website at network-perception.com, where you can access our knowledge base and find other great tutorials.